We are blessed today, and it's awesome. It's providential that this is our normal youth Sunday. I received a call last week. They said there's this young brother in town, and Rev, if you've never heard him, if you're not hip to him, he's powerful. He's a rapper. He was a former school teacher, math school teacher. God just moved in his life. He's from New Orleans. And I wasn't hip to him, but I got sons. I got people. So I asked my son. He said, "Come on, Dad." I'm like, "Okay." So I checked him out, and he is powerful. He is powerful, and I'm so blessed that he's here with us today at New Prospect, and what God is doing in his life from New Orleans. And this is what he believes. I think I wrote it down that you got to be real, be righteous, and be relevant. Everybody say that with me. Be real, be righteous, and be relevant. And you can throw it up like this. So do this. Throw it up. Be real, be relevant, and be righteous. New Prospect in Cincinnati. Welcome Dee-1 to Cincinnati, Ohio.
Thank you. Good afternoon, New Prospect. Woo, I can't hide this smile on my face. I'm excited to be here. No, I feel the love. Because this wasn't planned out really far in advance. This is a reflection of how good your pastor is and how much he trusts a young brother from New Orleans. And that's a reflection of when you're doing God's work, even when others aren't looking, over time it will come back and it'll pay off big. That's it. Because he did his research. I'm sure you went on YouTube, and I'm Googleable, so you were Googling me and all that. Yes. Well, my name is Dee-1. My birth name is David Augustine Jr. I'm out the 504, that's New Orleans. Yes, yes. And quite simply, I'm here today because I want to speak to you all about how to defeat your Goliaths. How to defeat your Goliaths. So I'm going to start out as my reference scripture in 1 Samuel chapter 17. Verse 32. So I'll be reading from the New Living Translation, and fill me on this. All right, it says, David kills Goliath. Don't worry about this Philistine, David told Saul. I'll go fight him. Don't be ridiculous, Saul replied. There's no way you can fight this Philistine and possibly win. You are only a boy. And he's been a man of war since his youth. But David persisted. I have been taking care of my father's sheep and goats, he said. When a lion or a bear comes to steal a lamb from the flock, I go after it with a club and I rescue the lamb from its mouth. If the animal turns on me, I catch it by the jaw and I club it to death. I have done this to both lions and bears. And I'll surely do it to this pagan Philistine too. For he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the claws of the lion and the bear will surely rescue me from this Philistine. Saul finally consented. All right, go ahead, he said, and may the Lord be with you. Saul was like, I'm not going to fight him, but you could go fight him. Then Saul gave David his own armor. Now, that could be seen as, wow, this shows how much he cares about him. He gave him his own armor, a bronze helmet and a coat of mail. David put it on, strapped the sword over it, and took a step or two to see what it was like, for he had never worn such things before. I can't go in these, he said. I'm not used to them. So David took them off again. He picked up 5 smooth stones from a stream and put them in his shepherd's bag. Then, armed only with his shepherd's staff and sling, he started across the valley to fight the Philistine. And we all know what happened when David fought Goliath. Who won, y'all? Who won, y'all? That's right. So what I want to talk to you about today is how to defeat your Goliaths. Because what I'm infatuated with is how David was so young, and this is Youth Sunday, and David was so young, and David had more courage than all of the grown men that were in the army. So age didn't intimidate David. That's one thing to always realize and understand. But the thing I'm more infatuated with is how David knew what his gift was. David knew that he was gifted with that slingshot. Now, when you have Saul saying, hey, you know what? You want to fight Goliath? No problem, bro. I'll even give you my armor. This is a sign of respect. This is showing I really want you to win. I'm going to give you my own. But David wasn't disrespectful about it. He just knew what his gift was. So the thing about our lives is when we apply this to ourselves is we have to know what our gifts are, because not the king, not the lead pastor, not even our parents gave us those gifts. The gifts we have came from God Almighty. And that's the type of gift that you cannot take for granted. You can't ignore that gift. So many people in this world we live in are not using their gifts. And there's reasons why they're not using them. Understand. They are not using the gifts that God gave them. Because the world has made them feel bad. They tried to use them at one time. But guess what? When they tried to use them, the world said, oh, you're not good at that. Oh, you should stop that. You should never do that again. You're going to embarrass yourself. Don't do that. People have tried to use their gifts, but they didn't get what's called positive reinforcement. They didn't get that positive reinforcement from anybody. So you know what they said? I'm not going to do this anymore because I didn't do a good job. Not enough people clapped. Not enough people patted me on my back and encouraged me. So as adults, we have to be careful what we give positive feedback and positive attention to. Because on this same smartphone, I know a lot of adults who are liking and commenting on things that are unsmart and that are unholy. But you co-signing it when you uploading videos. I hate to see videos of little kids doing things that are inappropriate, but they getting uploaded and they getting circulated and spread. You think the little kid doesn't notice that? Of course they do. So they say, oh, if y'all like that, it's a lot more where that came from. Y'all like me twerking to this song? All right, they got a million other ones I'm going to twerk to, and then I'm going to upload those as well. Oh, y'all like it when I show my body off and when I'm barely clothed? Oh, all right, I got some other outfits I could pull out the closet. I guess y'all like that. So we have to be careful about this because so many people are not using their gifts. But the thing about life is God gave us the gifts, so it's not even ours. It's not even ours. God loaned it to us. Just like he loaned us some time here on earth. He loaned it to us and said, I'm going to give you 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, maybe 100 years. We don't know how long we have, though. That's the thing. So all of this is not even ours. And that's what's hard for people to come to grips with. Because whose Jordans are those right there, sweetheart? That's yours, huh? That's right. So if I came and tried to say, man, give me this. How would you feel if I was doing this? Huh? How would you feel? You wouldn't like that because I'm taking something that's yours. But what if you start to think about your whole life as, this isn't mine? So if you realize that that wasn't for you in the first place, and if I came to you, especially if I came to you like, hey, I don't have any shoes. Would you mind if I got would you mind if I got those off of your feet? How would you feel about them? I could have them? I could have them. Because she realizes that these aren't mine in the first place. And someone is in more need of this than I am. So here, you can have this. Good answer. Great answer. Now watch this. That's how our gifts are. Someone needs our gifts way more than we need them, y'all. Somebody needs our gifts. So to not use your gift is a slap in the face to the Lord. To not use your gift, oh, that's so selfish. That's so selfish. So the first step is about finding what your slingshot is. David already knew, man, I'm nice with this slingshot. I've been killing lions and bears with this slingshot. So now that I'm looking at Goliath, I'm not intimidated because I know that this gift that I have is powerful and I know who gave it to me. The next step, though, is not just to find what your slingshot is, but step number 2 is you have to determine how you're going to use your slingshot. How are you going to use your slingshot? Hopefully, because guess what? David made the right choice. But David could have just as easily, I could have reread this text. What if it was written differently? David gathered his slingshot and got 5 smooth stones. And then, as he approached Goliath, he decided to turn around and start tossing stones at the Israelites, his own people. What if the text would have said that? What if the text would have said, as David approached Goliath with that slingshot, he turned around and decided to start beating himself in the head with his own slingshot until he collapsed and died a bloody death? It sounds weird, but metaphorically, we know people all day, every day, who know what their gifts are, but they're using them to kill their own people or even to kill themselves sometimes with their own gifts. With your own gifts? Yes, as crazy as that sounds, that's equivalent to David using his slingshot, which he found that he knew that was his gift, but using it for the purpose that God did not have it intended for. That right there, gift and purpose. Gift and purpose. GAP. There's such a gap, y'all, between people finding their gifts and fulfilling their purpose. There's such a GAP between gifts and purpose. And that right there, that's the part that we are most in control of in life. That's the part that I'm most excited about, hopefully being able to connect people from finding their gifts to fulfilling their purpose. Because I am a rapper. That's what I do. Now, we all know I could be rapping about a bunch of other stuff outside of just giving the Lord thanks and rapping about my life experiences and teaching people and motivating people to be real, be righteous, and be relevant. I could be rapping about a whole bunch of foolishness, making it sound good. I could be up here poisoning our own community. I could be up here influencing all my listeners and my fans and my audience to want to go out and say, wow, if Dee-1 is glorifying these negative messages, I'm going to do it too, because he makes it sound so good. Even if you use your gift for the wrong purpose, it's still a gift. So you're going to be good at it. So that's where you have to decide, how are you going to use your gifts? Because the same thing you do really good in a positive manner, you could do that thing really good in a negative manner. So prior to becoming a rapper, I was a middle school math teacher. I've been nice with numbers since I was a little boy. I could have applied that same knowledge to saying, man, I want to mastermind how to rob a bank. I want to mastermind how to get some credit card schemes popping. Yeah. No. But because I knew why I was given this gift of being gifted with numbers and being smart and adept and proficient at math, that's when I said, I'm going to use this to educate our little brothers and sisters on how to multiply, divide, and everything here, there, and, in the third. That's what I said I was going to do with it. Now, understand, you deciding to use your gifts and how you're going to use them is totally contingent upon why you feel like you were given your gifts, okay? This is the life changer right here. You were only given your gifts. You were only given your gifts to serve others. That's the only reason. So Pastor is obviously an amazing speaker, a bunch of charisma. Do you know how much evil you can do with charisma in this world? I feel like Adolf Hitler was a gifted speaker. Look what he did with that gift that he had. Look what he did with that charisma he had. But Pastor knows that he was only given that gift to serve others. So he applies that gift in a way that is of service to you all and to everyone he comes in contact with. I had to look at what my gifts were. If I asked you to raise your hands right now and name what your gifts are, everybody would instantly be able to do it. So I'm going to turn to the youth. How many of y'all know what some of y'all gifts are? Let me know. Yes, ma'am, in the back. Rapping is one of your gifts. All right. Yes, sir. Huh? What did he say? Painting. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Yes, ma'am. Communication. Oh, I like that. Yes. What you say, baby? Dancing for real? Well, when I rapping a little bit, I'm gonna need you up here and dancing with me, all right? We're gonna put you to the test, yeah. You gotta kill some Goliaths, yep, yes ma'am. Writing, running. You think you could beat me? We're gonna see after church. All right, we're gonna see. Yo, it's so easy to identify what your gifts are, but now my challenge to you all, my challenge to everybody up here is you have to figure out how you're gonna use that gift in a way that's gonna make God proud. How you gonna use that gift of dancing in a way that's gonna make God proud? You think God will be proud of you if you dancing to some songs that's talking about murdering, killing, selling drugs, and all that? No, indeed. I'm glad you had that look on your face, because God wouldn't be proud of that. But do you think God will be proud of you if you're using your creativity and your dancing ability to dance to some music that is making God say, wow, they glorifying me down there. They making me, they holding my name up high. Of course he'll be proud of you. Of course. We all have that decision to make. So that's the part where when I look at my life, I haven't figured everything out, but one thing I did figure out is identifying my gifts is only the first step. I found my slingshot. At this point in life, it's hip-hop. At this point in life, it's hip-hop. But even more than hip-hop, it's being a teacher. Because on the microphone, I just did a concert yesterday out here. It was an event called Bridging the Gap, basically between the elders and the youth in the community at Frederick Douglass Elementary School. That's where I was at yesterday. Yep. I believe it was an amazing God-ordained event. And when I had the microphone and I'm rapping my songs yesterday, there was something very much in common with this morning. I'm rapping, people are out here in a crowd and they're listening. Today I'm up here at a church giving the word of God. There's another thing. I'm speaking and people are out here and they're listening. When I was Mr. Augustine, the middle school math teacher, absent of the microphone, there was still something in common with this. I'm up on a platform, the front of the class, and I have an audience that's out here listening to what I have to say. So I realized that teaching is one of my gifts. So as an artist, I had to make a very intentional decision about the direction I was going to go with my music. Very intentional. That didn't mean it was going to always be the most popular or the most convenient or even understood by my peers. Because understand that what I'm doing, this isn't popular from where I come from. Rapping is popular, but rapping and keeping the Lord first in your music, rapping and not cursing, rapping and not calling women out their name, that's not popular. But feel me on this part. It might not be popular before me, but because God gave me the gift and I'm using it for what he wanted it for, I'm making it popular. I'm making it popular. And that's how I'm able to achieve the success that I have. So everything that people said couldn't be done if you were a positive artist or a Christian artist, everything they saying, I'm like, look, I just signed a big record deal with RCA Records, one of the biggest labels in this world. They say that couldn't be done if you're rapping about what I'm rapping about. I done been on tours, nationwide tours all over this country with some of the biggest artists, and whether or not their heart is in the same place as mine, it never made me compromise what I stand for and what I'm putting out there, ever. There's no box that you can put someone in when they're using their gift, when they're using their slingshot the way God designed them to use it for. There's no box. So for all of y'all, that's what I want y'all to know more than anything. David found his slingshot, and when you know what your slingshot is, you won't be swayed to the left and to the right and whatever direction people tell you to go in. My mama, her birthday is in 4 days. I can't wait to go celebrate with her. When I graduated high school and I was going off to college, my mama had the best intentions when she said this. But my mama said, David, I think you should be an engineer when you go to college. And I love my mama, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to be an engineer. But you know why my mama said that? She said, because they make a lot of money, right? And I feel her on that, because we ain't grow up with a lot of money, so I feel her on that. But that was her dream for me. And I got to college, and guess what I was at first? I was an engineering major. And as I'm sitting in class, I'm sitting all the way in the back, like where my man is, in the corner. And I'm like, man, I don't know what the heck an engineer is. And I'm taking all these engineering classes, bored out of my mind. And I was just like, I don't think that's why God would have allowed me to be the only person in my whole hood to go to college and to be here and to be defying the odds, is to get here and do something that I'm not passionate about. But at the time, I didn't know what my slingshot was. You know, that's equivalent to David saying, oh, Saul, you want me to wear this to go fight Goliath? Cool, I'll do it. But when you know yourself and you already know your gifts, you have to hold that down, y'all. Hold that down. Because people might not understand it at first. They might not understand what your gift is, but if you know that you're good at it, then when you practice and you put some work in, you're going to go from good to what? Great. Good to great. Exactly. Your gift is the thing that you're good at for no reason. You don't even practice. You don't even try. You were naturally born just good at this. We all know what those things are. That's not coincidence. That happened for a reason. God gave us a push. He gave us a little nudge and said, I'm already making you good at that. You go put in a little work, and you're going to be great. And when you're great, that's when you will be able to defeat the Goliaths in your life. Because giants fall when you are using your slingshot for the purpose God intended it. Giants fall. Now, what is a Goliath? A Goliath is any type of giant that tries to hold you back or tries to hold any of us back from living the life God intended us to live. So a Goliath could be poverty, racism, discrimination, family problems, depression, anxiety, loneliness, neglection, fear. All of these are Goliaths, and there's many, many, many more. But each and every person in here, we were put on this earth to find our slingshot, use our slingshot the way God wants us to, and defeat our Goliaths. That's why we were put here. So, y'all mind if I rap for y'all? That's cool? That's cool? Y'all with that? All right. Don't think I forgot about you with my dancing. Don't think I forgot. Now, this song that I'm going to do, this is a song I wrote in one of my loneliest periods. I found what my slingshot was, and I was attempting to use it for the purpose God intended, but I didn't have the backing of my community or my friends or any fans at the time. And I had a decision to make. Because I knew I was fighting Goliaths in my life, and I was using hip-hop to fight these Goliaths. I knew in my heart I was doing the right thing, y'all. But it felt lonely. And I never sit here and lie to you and act like it's always going to be cool or popular at first when you decide to use your gift for the right purpose. But in those moments, that's when I came up with this song. This song is called One Man Army. Because I had a vision one night, and I promise, I'm not one of those people that makes up this type of stuff and like, oh, God spoke this to. I had a dream one night, y'all, that I was going to war, and literally I was the only person on this side of the line. It was me. And when I looked out there at my opponents or my Goliaths, there were millions of them. And it was just this line, and it was just me. But the reason why I stood there, and I stood firm, and I stood there like, what's up? Is because standing behind me was God. I can't make this up. I literally had this dream. And that's when I realized that when I'm doing God's work and I'm using my gifts the way He wanted, I could be a one-man army if I got to. And I'm going to be okay in that battle. And over time, others will come. Because we follow success in this world. That's just the realities. So if you're a leader, if you're a trailblazer, you got to know that people are going to come when they first see that you have the courage to use your gifts for the purpose they were intended. If you don't have the courage to believe in yourself, they're not going to come and just be patting you on the back to do the right thing. Trust and believe that. So the chorus for this song says, I'm strapped with a pad. My pen is my gat. A mask and a vest, plus I'm dressed in all black. With God by my side, no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. Let's get it. I'm going to need y'all to sing that with me, too, here on the chorus. I need y'all to run that. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Woo, this feel good. New prospect. If y'all know what y'all singing, remember this. I'm strapped with a pad, my pen is my gat, a mask and a vest, plus I'm dressed in all black, with God by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. I'm strapped with a pad, my pen is my gat, a mask and a vest, plus I'm dressed in all black, with God by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. Look, just me. No team or no clique, no partners, no relatives, not even my chick. Look, no jewelry or no cars, no fancy awards, no city, no state, no wars could fight in my war. No man could understand my position, like I'm spitting bars from behind bars. Cause earth is my prison. Don't talk, just listen. Cause I'm the definition of a man on a mission, a man with a vision. I plan with precision, I battle like a soldier. No alcohol or weed, I deal with my stress sober. I fight till it's over, but it ain't never over. Cause every day I got a new chip on my shoulder. Spitting like I know I'ma die soon. I make you visualize my music, so I call it iTunes. And since God's with me, no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. In the pad, my pen is my cat, a mask and a vest, I'm dressed in all black, with God by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. I'm strapped with a pad, my pen is my gat, a mask and a vest, I'm dressed in all black, with God by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. Some of my friends waiting on me to make it so they could roll, but they don't feel my movement in the pits of they soul. But I'ma stick to my flow, whether I'm rich or I'm poor. Man, who really down for me? I'm just itching to know. Gripping the 4-5 and busting it non-stop. Look, that's my metaphor for writing songs round the clock, and I won't stop till I R.I.P. Cause I don't need the industry need me. And I don't have what they want, but I know I got what they need. I pray to God he forgive me for my lust and my greed. They say that those who lead get judged even harder. So if I die before my time, consider me a martyr. I need parental advisory on my disc, cause even though I don't curse, I spit dangerous amounts of realness. So feel this, cause I'm a one-man army that you gotta deal with a pad, my pen is my gat, a mask and a vest, I'm dressed in all black, with God by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. I'm strapped with a pad, my pen is my gat, a mask and a vest, I'm dressed in all black, God by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. It's a lonely walk when your only comrade's invisible. God, I know you're with me, but I wish that you were physical, so I remain lyrical, battling these men with the power of the tongue and the ink from my pen. Lord, tell me, how much change can one man make? I need to know, how much pain can one man take? I learned I can't change people, I just gotta pray for them. So when I get to heaven, can I open up the gates for them? Living ain't easy, believe me, I know it well. We're surrounded by sex, drugs, guns, and jail cells. They say if I don't glorify that, I won't sell. A lot of rappers glorify that and don't sell. It's Life 1001, they don't teach it at Yale. It ain't about black and white, it's about heaven and hell. And I know you got a calling on me, so I'm down here fighting, cause I am the one-man army. Everybody throw your ones up, throw your ones up, throw your ones up. I said God on my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. I'm strapped with a pad, my pen is my gat, a mask and a vest, I'm dressed in all black, with God on my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a one-man army. This is the story of a This is the story of it. This is the story of it. This is the story of it. I said I'm strapped with a pad, my pen is my gat, got a mask and a vest, plus I'm dressed in all black. I got y'all by my side, so no man can harm me. This is the story of a Yeah. That's how you gotta feel. That's how you gotta feel. This whole thing is just a spiritual war. It's not your life, it's not your gifts. You just a soldier in God's army. Don't ever let somebody make you think you're not in God's army, no matter how many mistakes you've made, because he's still sitting here like, I'm the soldier. Come on. I created you. Of course you mine. And I don't care if 99 are with me. I care about that one that think they done got away. You feel me? That's for all of y'all.